I'm with DIY Detail. Nick isn't in the shop today. I have this Volkswagen to do a little job on. I thought I'd bring you along. Now we're going to be doing this a little differently than we normally do. We're not going to have a static camera. The camera, Sylvie has it. It's on her gimbal, and she's going to be following me around as I wash, clay, and seal this vehicle. So let's get going. First thing I have Rinseless Wash diluted 256:1 in my bucket. I have the Legacy sponge. I have the decontamination towel. I have a little sprayer. You can use any sprayer you want. This is one we're testing. And I'm going to be filling the sprayer from here. Now, the vehicle behind me is just dusty. It's not really that dirty. And I want to show you a quick, easy way to do a maintenance wash or an enhancement if you're a professional or if you're at home. First thing we need to do is cover the vehicle in rinseless wash. These battery-powered sprayers you can get off Amazon. They have different models, different shapes. Find one that suits you. I don't think this particular one is on Amazon, but... So what I'm doing is getting the rinseless wash on the surface. By getting it on the surface, it's breaking down and emulsifying the dirt and lifting it off the surface of the paint. That way, we end up with a nice cushion for the Legacy sponge to go over. Car is covered. Next, the sponge. With the Legacy sponge, you never want to take it dripping wet like this. Squeeze it out so it's just at the verge of dripping. Then we can start washing the vehicle. No pressure on the sponge. Once I've done a section, I'll flip the sponge, do the next section. Nice thing about pre-spraying the rinseless like this is we can actually see where we've been. So if I miss a line, I can see that I've missed it. Flipping the sponge, that way you can get two sections before dipping it back into the bucket. Now this is going to be a completely unedited video. So just follow along. There might be some dead spots, but I'll try to keep talking. If you're doing this outside in the sun, you can actually do half the vehicle and then do the other half later. You don't have to coat the whole vehicle with the rinseless, and you don't have to do the whole vehicle at one time. Having a cart or your bucket on wheels is a good thing. Our floor here is on a bit of an angle, so we have to be careful not to leave the cart in the wrong place, or else it just rolls away on us. Now this one I'm going to do the front end right now, but if you have insects that are on the front end, you can leave it till last. By leaving it till last, the rinseless that you've pre-sprayed on has time to emulsify and break down the dirt. If you're challenged by height, you don't need to climb into the vehicle, but if you open the door, you can reach a lot further. Don't forget the underside of the mirror. That's an often missed spot by a lot of people. They have a very clean car and the underside of the mirror, well, hasn't been cleaned in a little while. Finally, the back of the vehicle. Now, if we're just doing a wash, once I'm done this, we could simply dry the surface. But we're going to be doing a little more than a wash here. There we go. Whole vehicle is washed. Now the fun part. Decontamination. I have my perforated synthetic decontamination towel and ceramic gloss. One spray on the towel. Yes, I put two. One here. And then I decontaminate the surface and seal it at the same time. Ceramic gloss is a great ceramic sealant, easy to use, smells great, and provides ample lubrication as well as the rinseless wash that's on the surface for the decontamination towel. We do the other half of the roof, and then I can dry the roof. When you're working with ceramic gloss this way, you want to not let it dry on the surface. If you do, it can become a little hard to get off. Get the windshield while I'm here. I'm keeping an eye on the ceramic gloss on the roof. If it starts drying, then I need to dry it. It's a little cold in the shop today, so it's not a big concern that it dries quickly. If you're working outside, if it's a little windy, or if your shop is warmer than here, then you want to make sure that you're not letting it dry on the surface. Drying blanket. Getting under that rail, above the rail. That little streakiness that you see will evaporate away, so nothing to be concerned about. Once again, making sure to get under the rail as well. And the windshield. I personally like a folded towel. And we'll continue where we left off. Again, one on the towel, one on the panel. And because of the way it's drying in here, I can get the whole front end done before having to dry with the towel. I'm using the decontamination towel to spread the ceramic gloss, so that's why I'm going over all the surfaces. The reason I like to keep my towel folded is this way, have a little more thickness to it, meaning less chance of pressure points. Get this side done, then we'll work over to the other side. Always decontaminate the windows. That way they're a lot easier to clean the next time. Now this is very different content for us, but if you like this style, let us know. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, and even hit that notification bell. You can also share our videos. Now the decontamination towel is doing nothing to the plastic, but what we're doing is actually applying the ceramic gloss. If we're lucky, we shouldn't get any drips from the mirror because of the rinseless wash. One side done, time to go to the other side. I'm leaving my decontamination towel purposefully wet coming out of the bucket. That way I have a little more lubrication on the surface. And getting everything nice and decontaminated. Once again, on the plastic, not really decontaminating anything, but what we are doing is making sure that ceramic gloss is spread over the surface. I'd like to thank our friends at Audi of Omaha for loaning us this vehicle. almost done. Now on this side, the rinseless wash has started to dry. Just gonna add a little more for a bit of additional lubrication. Back 20 years ago, we used to do this with a spray wax. But now with ceramic gloss, we get a much longer lasting result. Ceramic gloss, if you keep it clean, it's gonna last at least 6 months, maybe even longer. By decontaminating at the same time when we're applying it, get better chance of it lasting even longer than that. You can do this to a ceramic coated car. The perforated synthetic decontamination towel is not an abrasive, so it's not going to scratch the coating. And that's the only thing a coating really is afraid of, is abrasion. So there we have it. In a few minutes, we've washed, we've decontaminated, and we've protected this paint. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, leave them below. Always happy to answer. And we'll see you in the next video. But in the meantime, you might want to watch this video right here.